What's up, guys? It's CJ from SmartCaita.com. I'm a huge basketball fan, so today, in honor of the NBA All-Star Weekend, which is going on right now, I'm doing a roundup of the best basketball games, apps, and live wallpapers for Android. I'll probably start doing the best of series format more often, whether it's best apps and games of the week or roundups with a particular theme, so stay tuned to the SmartCaita YouTube channel for that. So let's get started with my top 10 picks among basketball apps, games, and live wallpapers. Details, including relevant Google Play links, will be in the description below. Alright, so let's begin with NBA 3D Live Wallpaper by CellFish Studios. As you can see, it's a fantastic looking basketball themed live wallpaper. They basically packed an NBA arena atmosphere right onto the home screen. You can see it has everything. You've got a crowd that's animated, they're moving around, waving their arms in the air. You've got banners in the rafters, you've got billboards, you even have a ticker that scrolls news throughout. And that is relevant news that's going on right now. You can see it's talking about the contest that took place tonight. And then you can see you have the obvious court here. It has the NBA All-Star logo right in the middle. You have a basketball. If you tap on it, you can actually take some shots there. So let's try another three. I missed that one badly. There we go. You can see it also comes with some sounds. That one clanked. Let's see if we can get one more to go. There we go, swish. Scroll on through, you get different perspectives. There's the scorer's desk right there. Now the setup you just saw is actually free, but if you want to customize some more, maybe select your favorite team, there are some in-app purchases for those. So let's go ahead and team. This NBA standard logo is free as well, but I had to purchase this magic team customization. So if you go down here, you can enable a ticker, live billboards. You have some other options for billboards for particular players over there. Game events, you can enable, disable reminders for when games start. Same for displaying notifications for email and SMS on the live wallpaper. And then you have ringtones. That's another in-app purchase you can get for basketball themed ringtones, I guess. Can disable sounds. Then there's a clock widget that you can also get. Now there's also some special packages you can buy in order to get a discount on those. I actually just wanted the live wallpaper, so I got that. Also there's a classic mode, but let's go ahead and check out the Orlando Magic theme. Swipe on through so you can see all the colors changed to reflect my team. So pretty cool. Now you can access all 30 NBA teams, so you can find the perfect fit for you. Now let's go back into the settings, go down to classic mode. The court, we'll just leave that as home court. And then we'll put 4 basketballs. And you'll see we get a different perspective. So a bird's eye view of center court. Now we have these basketballs right here. You can see if you tap on them, you can bounce them and dribble them. Pretty cool. Now this is accelerometer controlled, so you can see we can turn it as so. And here's what the same live wallpaper looks like on a 10-inch tablet in landscape view. You can see we have a better view of the whole court. Same little gameplay there. I like how when you take the shot and make it, it's almost like you hit a buzzer beater as the backboard lights come on. Let's see if I can get this one. There we go, as you can see there. Swipe on through real quick before we move on. So again, an excellent live wallpaper for you basketball fans out there. Next up we have the NBA All-Star 2013 official app. So here is the main headlines area, so all the latest happenings show up right here in a nice single column display. We'll actually look at some of that content in a second. If you swipe over, you have other sections, so go to events, look up information on Sunday's game like the roster, check out the West and East squads. Go back, and then you can also come here later on and vote for the MVP when the time is right. Swipe over. Let me check out the interface real quick. Pretty cool. Not bad for an official app of the NBA. And then we can go to videos. So if you happen to miss some of the competitions, you can come here and get some clips or a recap on some of the clips. So say you missed the dunk contest here. Let me put this in a landscape orientation. That was pretty nice. Check out the replay. Vince Carter-esque. Alright, so go back here. So lots of videos to catch up on over there from all kinds of events. I doubt most of you have checked out every single event, even if you're a basketball fan. So it's a good place to go to catch up on that. You have everything all in one place. So here we have some photos. Look at his face during one of his dunks. Here's Damian Lillard. There we go. During the skills challenge. Swipe back. We have our news. So if you want to read up on some of the stories, you can do that as well. Okay, now we're looking at NBA 2K13. If you like basketball games, you've probably played this series on the PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 once or twice. Let's go ahead and pass it up here. We've got Dwayne Wade. So you can see the graphics look pretty good for a smartphone version of the game. Now I have it for the up and down camera angle, but you can change that in these settings. The controls are pretty robust as well, so we can move our player with the stick on the left. If you press outside of the circle, you actually use turbo. Here I have LeBron. Let's see if I can make something happen as I reverse lay it in. Moving on with the control layout here, we can change our player, go for the steal, go for the block, change the level of defense. With that button over there, I guess you can play tighter defense. Substitution, so it's almost like the console version of the game. Free throws here. And then on offense, you can pass the ball, as you can see. As I knock down that three with Lewis. You can also throw alley-oops. I haven't been able to connect on one of those, but there's a special button for it, so it must not be too difficult. As you can see, I changed the view here, and I hit that shot at the buzzer. You got replays, you even have in-game commentary, so very detailed game here. Let's go ahead and move on to the next quarter. I'll show you a little bit more of that. You have the dancers coming off the court there. Some of the crowd models look a little creepy, but that's alright. It's all about the basketball action. There we go. And if you don't like the realistic style of basketball games, you can always drop it down to the arcade style with NBA Jam for Android. As you can see, this looks exactly like the console variants that you can find on PSN and Xbox Live. Of course, now it's in your Android smartphone or tablet. Bang. The only problem is EA doesn't seem to be updating the rosters as you would imagine that they would do throughout the season. So it didn't take into account trades and recent draft picks. It's still a very fun game. Quick pick up and play controls. As you can see, you have your 3 standard NBA Jam controls, and you can even use turbo easily. You just actually hold the turbo button and then you swipe onto one of the other buttons, and you can still throw down a jam with some authority. Same with stealing. You can push or swipe depending on whether you use turbo or not. Let's go for another dunk here. I'm going to try to break the backboard in the 4th quarter, so we'll see how that goes in a minute. Alright, so we're in the 4th quarter now, coming down the stretch. Boom! Broke the backboard. Let's see if I can catch fire too. Gonna have to play some defense for that. That was a crazy shot. He wasn't even looking at the basket. Alright, so I wasn't able to catch fire with the other team, so I'll try with this one. There we go. Lit the goal on fire. Still on fire. Oh, he blocked me. Moving on to the casual gaming space, we've got a cool basketball game called NBA King of the Court 2 by Ogmento. You can see we have single player and multiplayer modes, but we'll just go with single player for this demo. And here are all the different NBA cities you can access. I'll go with Miami for the Heat. And here are the challenges you must complete in order to clear the level and unlock other cities. So we have make 10 baskets in 15 seconds, hit Freedom Tower in Miami, and make 15 assists in Miami. So let's see how this works here. Now it's an accelerometer based game, or maybe it's a gyroscope based game, but you point your device in the direction you want to shoot, and then you score baskets. Now, depending on the challenge, you might have to do other things. For example, I was told to collect some assists and also hit Freedom Tower in the background, I believe. This is Freedom Tower. There we go. Now when you hit your teammates for assists, you actually extend the time that you're allowed to compete in this little mini game. And you can see the red guys, now those are actually defenders, and you can see he blocked my shot, or I guess they put steal, but that actually gives you a lead ball that you can't shoot, and in order to get rid of it and get your normal basketballs again, you have to pass to a teammate. You can see I used the power up there and accomplish, there we go, one of the goals. So that was pretty interesting. Then we have this spin a ball mini game in which we get to access one of those power balls. Pretty cool. So let's see what I did here. I completed a challenge. I actually completed 2 challenges. So one more to go and then I can clear that level. Okay, let's try one more location. This is for the New York Knicks. Here are the challenges. Trigger 2 all-star streaks in 1 round. Make 3 assists in a row. Score 2 buzzer beaters. I will also enable a power-up here. This is sort of like a cheat mode. Now you already saw the lightning. Let's go with the free throw power-up. So we'll go to shoot. I also changed the controls for this one. Before it was gyroscope based, now it's touch based. So it's probably much easier to be precise with your shots and passing. So you just drag your finger on the screen and then let go when you want to shoot or pass. There we go. And if we use the power up, we just tap on it. There we go. I have free throws now. Puts me on the line for some easy buckets. Let's wait for my teammate here. I wasted that lightning pass. No other teammates. You can see I earned a lot of power-ups by making assists. That's pretty cool. Alright, ended on a free throw. I'm not sure I actually completed any challenges, but you guys get the point of the game. This is Super Arcade Basketball. It's one of those arcade machines where you shoot baskets, only on the phone you're going to flick them into the goal. You got a critic talking in the background as well. You can actually turn that off if you find it annoying. Now there are some other games like this in Google Play, but I noticed that the physics are really off and you can't even angle the shot. It just only goes straight, which is pretty annoying. Sort of reminds me of Hot Shots basketball as well. This game is called Dude Perfect. It's based off of a YouTube channel where a bunch of guys try and make crazy trick shots. So here is the video game of that. Sort of like Angry Birds, where you aim your basketball and try to bounce it off different objects in order to score a bucket and earn points. Now you have target points, so you can't just go straight for the shot. You actually have to score a high amount of points. So let's try this one last time, see if we can score. There we go. Was it enough to pass? No, it doesn't look like it, but that's alright. Let's go ahead and move on and try another one. This one looks interesting. Yes, got it. And I got some bonus points for only needing to do it in 1 out of the 3 tries. So I want to warn you that this game is pretty difficult. You're going to have some patience as you play it. But that's what you should expect when you're trying to make trick shots. I mean, come on, we're bouncing them off ladders and all kinds of stuff like planes and trying to score like that. There we go. As I scored a lot of points there, and I did pass the level. So just keep in mind that it's not going to be like Angry Birds where it's pretty simple. A lot of these stages take many attempts, and even if you score, sometimes it's not enough to pass on to the next level, but thankfully I'm doing pretty good for this demo. Okay, let's transition to apps that allow you to keep up with NBA score stats and news. This is actually the official NBA app for Android, but unfortunately it's very, very limited unless you have a subscription to League Pass. You're probably not going to use this app very much. So I'm going to back out of there and actually show you 3 of my favorites. Here's ESPN ScoreCenter. I have it set to basketball, but you can actually use it for many other sports as well. But let's go back to basketball since that's the topic of discussion here. Here we have previous scores from last week. So let's tap on a box score here. You can see we have the Heat versus Thunder, You can check out stats right over here. And here we have detailed stats. We can actually, let's go back, scores for that night around the league, Twitter. Media, it looks like videos would be there, but it's not working right now. And then here we have photos. So lots of information to keep up with your favorite team. I believe this actually goes to the same spot. So let's go back out of here and we'll transition forwards. Let's see if they have anything for the All-Star game. Looks like they do. Not much information here though, but you guys get the point of that. You can set a reminder for the game as well. Let's actually swipe on over. So here we have videos that they think are relevant for the time. So since there's trades going on with the deadline coming up, and then we also have the All-Star game, lots of videos about those. Tap on it, load it up, and it's probably a video from the ESPN website.
For many men, shaving.
Of course, they've got an ad playing first, but that's alright. And then we have headlines, keep up with all the latest NBA news, standings. Alright, so that is ScoreCenter. Let's go into Yahoo Sportacular, another cool app. So here we can swipe on over to cycle through the different dates. Let's tap on the All-Star game. You have all your information. I like how they ask you who you think is going to win. I'm going to go with East because I'm on the East. And it looks like most people think the West will win. Alright, we'll see. Let's go back over here. Go to games from the other night, see how that looks on this app. So some more information here. Tells you your game leaders. So a little bit more information with this app compared to the ESPN app. Starting five, stats for the Clippers, Lakers, box score is a little bit more robust. And it looks like you can choose a date if you want to go back and check different scores. Swipe on over to future matchups here. Alright, let's see how my team is doing. I'm going to pick Orlando. It looks like the majority of people think Orlando is going to beat Charlotte. Two very bad teams this year. Alerts. So you can trigger different alerts throughout the game. And you can also check in. Another nice feature is the ability to tap on a specific team and then you get more information on them. So here we have the latest news. Let's go ahead and tap on Michael Jordan. And of course that's from Yahoo Sports. They put out some great articles on basketball. Team schedule. And then we have alerts again. And if you tap here you can see that it has numerous other sports as well. And notice you can keep up with your favorite teams all in one place. So if you have different sports and they're all playing on the same day, you'll see that all show up here. I only added one team here though. So let's go back, check out one last app. Now this is my go-to app. This is what I've been using for the last couple of years now. It's called theScore. Let's tap on that. So this is for the All-Star game. So you have a live blog, preview, nice little article. You can even add to your calendar, which is pretty cool. Go ahead and save that, and it'll save it to your calendar and share as well. So let's go back here, go to an older game. Here we have that Heat Thunder game again. Alright, I like how it tells you the attendance and the odds of the game, all kinds of information there. Swipe over, stats. Stats for the other team. Live blog. Now that's pretty cool. And you can actually check the play-by-play. So if you missed the game, you can see by detail how everything went on. And a recap. Swipe back over to the main screen. Now if you tap on a team, it'll take you to their specific page and give you some more information like their record, how they've played in the last 10 games, win or lose streak, and you have headlines. Here's the schedule. Let's go back. Tap on the schedule icon. You can jump to specific dates as well. Let's actually jump forwards. Tells you injury status. Now for team schedules, if you go to add, you can actually add the full schedule, which is nice. You don't have to insert each and every team manually. If you don't want to use Google's option for that, you can do that with this app. So pretty cool. I know I've already covered 10 apps and games, but consider this a bonus. It's a little outside the box. It's more of an action running game, but as you can see, it features none other than Shaquille O'Neal, otherwise known as Shaq, the great Hall of Famer or future Hall of Famer basketball player. So the object of this game is to just score a bunch of points as you knock down all these enemies. So you can uppercut, you can body slam them, as you can see there. And you can also throw a basketball. They call it a free throw. Now the standard zombies that you see are pretty easy. You can just run into them and you'll score a combo. And then there's these guys. You actually have to either throw a basketball at them or just avoid them altogether. Let's try that again. If you throw a basketball at them, it weakens them, and then you get another shot to uppercut them and finish them off. And then there's even bigger guys that you just, I think you have to avoid them completely. There we go, got that guy. Alright, so we've got the second wave coming up where you'll see those bigger guys. And I'll unleash a special move here in a second. There we go, here we go. And finally we have a boss fight, so let's see how this goes. Looks like he's running and throwing bombs. Gotta avoid those. I also have to hit him and bring that health bar down. Uh-oh. It looks like I beat him and he exploded. Because you hear Shaq talking in the background. So that was a look at my picks for the best apps, games, and live wallpapers for basketball fans on Android. I'll place relevant information in the description below, including pricing and links to the Google Play Store. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel.